Welcome, one and all, to another exciting coverage of the GG Millions $10,000 final table. I'm Patrick Egyptian Tardif, bit of a switch up from the usual Jeff Gross tagging in. I'm also joined as well with Adriana, better known as Callmelija. How are we doing today?
Hello, guys. It's so nice to have you here, Egyptian. Trick. We are here to comment some really amazing tournaments, right?
Yeah, no, it's as predicted as usual when you play a $10,000 buy-in tournament. It's going to be star-studded. The final tables are always going to be very exciting. Lots to work with here. It's going to be a fun final table. I know you have a personal friend as well on this final table. Just to remind you guys, this is rebranded. We are now GG Millions, out with the old and with the new. We've also got exciting cash game content as well coming with the GG Millions. Lots to look forward to. Exciting times as we look at the GG Millions ranking leaderboard, the yearly leaderboard. We've got quite a few crushers, no surprise, on this list. 1.6 million total is the leaderboard crusher, and today we're playing for 1 million total prize pool. We have 9 remaining players. Up top is going to be 183 roughly $1,000. No chump change, that's for sure. Ninth place, all players locked up 25,000 flat. We only got 98 runners this time. The tournament slightly overlaid a bit. Each player got a bit of value on the $1 million guarantee. 9 remain out of the 98. Coming into this final table, we've got Bruno Volkmann, legendary Brazilian player. This kind of seems like a Brazil versus the world final table. We've got 3 top Brazilian players: Bruno Volkmann, Rodrigo Asilion, and Pablo Silva, very well known to the SuperMillions.
And also Danilo Velasquez, which is a Serbian crusher, ultimate Serbian crusher. So
as well as Space 411, no strangers, SuperMillion final tables. Always shows up, always here to battle. And we kick things off here, starting off fresh. I don't see any exciting. Oh, there we do have a big hand here, Duco with Pocket Kings.
We are starting hot here.
Yeah, so you've got your favorite. I mean, normally we do snake picks, who we think is going to win. I imagine if you pick first, I think we can do ladies first. We'll let you pick first, and then I'll pick second.
Okay.
We could say you pick 3, I pick 3. That way, there's a bit of it. There's like neutral. If my 3 guys are out, I can still root for somebody.
Okay. So let me pick. Like, first one is like my really good friend Danilo Velasquez. I'm rooting for him so much. Then we're gonna have like.
Wait, we do 1 and 1. We do 1 and 1. Yeah, you don't get to pick the first 3. I'll pick in a sec. I mean, Duco raises the Pocket Kings and then checks back on the flop. Rodrigo senses a bit of weakness, but Duco actually has quite a strong holding. It's a fun, interesting spot. With him checking back and Rodrigo leading small, I think Duco can end up still finding a raise here. Maybe raising to like something like 150. Oh no, just putting. I misread the stack. Yeah, definitely going to stick it in, applying the pressure. Gets the jam through. Slaps down Rodrigo's hand, and Duco winning a nice one. He came to the final table, one of the shortest stacks, and now is closer to 20 bigs. I think if I'm going to pick somebody, I mean, it's hard to ever root against the Swedes. And Sven Andersson, he's actually pretty short though. Let me think here. I think I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to go for the chip lead. I'm going to pick Bruno Volkmann. You can't go wrong with it. You can't go wrong with a traditional chip lead.
Exactly. I mean, you did pick good. I mean, we had a really good start for Duca. So he with the Kings, amazing start. So I'm now gonna pick my other player. And I'm gonna go with the Sven Andersson. Like, why not?
Yeah, that was going to be one of my picks as well. I mean, the Swedes have always been legendary MT2 players. Sven Andersson, also no stranger to SuperMillion final tables. I think I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to go with the Belgian gentleman, Peter Arts. I know I butchered it. Apologies when he hears this. But that'll be my second pick. And I guess who's going to be your third and final pick?
My final pick is going to be Pablo Silva. Okay, I'm rooting for him. Yeah, I have faith in him. Okay, I really have faith. Let's hype him up.
That's a lot of faith. Like Pablo Silva, a very capable player, but less than 8 big blinds is still, or like 7 big blinds.
Yeah,
It's not very many
we
chips.
believe in wonders. Let's
I
see.
can't even count that low. It's so little chips. And then
You're
my
gonna
third
see.
pick.
He's gonna be up.
All right, you went low. I'll go low too. I'll take Duco. I'll take the Dutchman.
Okay. Oh,
All right.
that's good.
We could say we're both coming to you live from the Horseshoe Resort and Casino. We are both at the World Series of Poker here, enjoying. We just enjoyed the GG influencer VIP party last night. A lot of exciting things. Got to meet and talk with a lot of our fellow ambassadors as well as some exciting content creators. Like I saw Jungle Man sighting. Whenever you see Jungle Man, it's probably gonna be a good party.
Oh, it was so good. Like, oh my God. Okay. We had a hand. I was like, okay, one of your guys is gonna bust maybe.
Yeah.
So maybe we should set a bet on this. What do you think?
Yeah, well, I was thinking. I feel like dinner probably makes sense. Some sort of dinner or stuff like that.
Let's do that. Okay. Nice.
Yeah. And just while this hand transpires, I would like to remind you guys that we are doing the live hands up. If you pick the winning hand, the exact cards and suits, you are eligible to win the jackpot. So it's the tournament winning hand. Head over to the pinned link at the top of the chat there. Get your predictions in. I think the jackpot now is at $725. They've added $25 every week, and it's still no one's drilled it. So make sure you guys get your predictions and free money here. As we have your pick, Vlasovic. Velasquez. Okay, I can nail it down.
Exactly.
Velasquez.
Nice.
Rivering a boat. I don't think he's going to get too much money here from Rodrigo. I think Rodrigo continuation bet the flop. They went check turn. I think both hands they're okay value strength, but no one's going to be really value betting and expecting worse to call. And Rodrigo just has a quick check fold. Tough spot for him to find too many bluffs.
Not a good start for Danilo also.
Yeah. This could actually be a fun one here, as my pick and your pick might be tangoing here. I mean, Duco sitting on the button here with King Queen off. I think he'll just be all in. And Pablo Silva in a tough situation here. I think he's sitting on 5 bigs. He knows Duco's going to be taking a lot of ace highs. He'll still be taking some worse king highs as well. He'll be taking like Queen Jack suited, Queen 10, given the effective stack. I think Pablo Silva might have something that he's coming in. He's one of the shortest stacks. There's other stacks that are short as well. A lot of people are sub 20 big blinds, but this might be one of the better situations. If Pablo Silva calls and he sees 6s here, still a good spot for him. And he doesn't really have that much folding chips remaining. I think justifiably, I think this is a tough spot. I don't know the answer. He does find the fold. But yeah, given he did take the time bank, I feel like it might have been spot on that it's a close situation.
I told you, like he's gonna go up the top. I believe in short sides really. I had so many situations where like I climbed from 3 big blinds up to like 60. So yeah. Pumpsy did the same thing. Like he played this event now in the WSOP.
Sebastian all in spades 411 gives him the bad news. Pocket kings way out in front. Not a bad start for Sebastian. It's a very rough turn though. No additional equity. Down to 2 outs. Needs a queen and a queen only, and it won't be it. And we already have our first elimination of the final table. Sebastian going out in 9th place, gets that $25,000. And now we have our first pay jump. All players have locked up 8th place prize pool, locking up the $31,000.
Still an amazing prize.
Yeah, no slouch, $6,000 pay jump.
Exactly, it's an amazing day. So now when we are playing, watching, commentating like the GGMillions, guys, we want to announce that that there is no SuperMillions anymore. There is just GGMillions. So yeah. We want to announce the beginning of the new era, I guess.
The rebranding, GGMillions.
Exactly. So we have ace-10 here against queens.
This is one of those situations where I think you could end up seeing some aggressive. I mean, he does opt to call, but you could end up seeing some creative 4-bets here, maybe a min 4-bet. Tough flop here for spades. King high, pocket queens is usually still going to be often going to be the best hand. Goes with the small C bet. Now, I think if Bruno, it's a rainbow texture, one of each suit, but Bruno doesn't have a backdoor flush draw. I think if he had a backdoor flush draw, he's calling always. I think with the gut shot, still probably sticks around, but it's a little bit tougher of a situation. It's gonna get interesting here because I think it's gonna go check turn, and Bruno's gonna know he doesn't have the best hand, or likely doesn't have the best hand. 9 on the river too. That does make things look pretty interesting. Bruno's going to have pocket 8s here. No, he won't have pocket 8s. He might still have pocket 9s. He has a lot of king X and stuff like that, and he just instantly fires out the bluff, putting spades to the test. This is the nightmare situation here for spades. Especially when you have pocket queens, you kind of block queen 10 for straights, but you also block some more natural bluffs if he was going to bluff like a queen 9, or I don't know if he's going to be peeling that wide, but
yeah,
it is a tough situation here with pocket queens.
What do you think like about this snap? Oh, okay.
Oh, and he generates the fold. I mean, Bruno just has so many strong hands there. He's got 2 pairs. He's got sets. I think spades is just in the bin there. Opts to lay it down. I think really as well. Yeah, I think as well as for Bruno, he's going to be able to value jam like king queen and stuff like that too. I do think it was interesting that normally in these situations people use a little bit of time bank, but quick knack there, and I like to see my chip lead continue to grow as chip lead.
We'll see. There are like really nice restaurants here in Las Vegas, so yeah.
Yeah, if I win, I'm gonna make sure that we're gonna go to the nicest steakhouse, just absolutely to the nines with that one. I'm gonna milk this this free dinner as much as I can. Yeah, we got a little blind versus blind competition here. While you guys are tuning in, I want to know where you guys are watching from. Where do we have any interesting? Anyone think that they're the only person from that country watching? Or maybe we got some hometown. Any Canadians in the house? We got any Canadians? Any Ontarianites? Anyone that's been battling with me in Ontario?
Any Serbian? Any Montenegro people in the chat? Balkan people? Oh, we have ace king and ace king here.
Yeah,
that's gonna be interesting.
This should be a fun one. I think off 30 big blinds, I think we'll still have we should still have a 3 betting range. I don't think we'll be going all in, but I think it's going to be a boring, exciting pot where, at least there's 3 live suits. There could be some drama here. Spades is going to do a little bit of Hollywooding. Oh, what am I going to do? Oh, I don't know. I guess I'm all in. A new feature to the final table as well, as we have the all in. It's quick call. We need to see hearts, spades, or diamonds. Clubs are boring. And we see 2 clubs. Just immediately we know nothing's going to happen.
Yep.
Chop it up. There's a new feature on GG that allows you to talk on the final table. Now, I haven't seen it in Ontario yet. This one is fresh. I would love to see if one of these players would actually utilize it.
Oh my god, that would be so good. Imagine that.
I think GG's done a really good job to create all these new concepts that are just really good for toxic people like me. Because I was born for GGPoker with the emoji spamming, and then they added GIFs, and then they add snap cams. There's so many fun ways to interact at the table, and I get to utilize each and every one to the maximum capacity.
Exactly. So I'm aware of that because of your streams. I'm watching all the time, so I know that you love those emojis.
Yeah, this is an interesting one. Spades coming in for the 3 bet with the pocket 7s in early position. I guess thinking about it, Pablo's opening off of 4 big blinds. He's taking a spot here, and Spades is kind of isolating it. He's going to generate a lot of folds a lot of the time. Unfortunately, Duco here with ace king in the big blind is not going to be one of those folding hands. But it's basically just him, making sure that other people are priced out of the pot, as well as.
Okay. Come on, Pablo. You got this, man.
This is a big one for you because this is my guy versus your guy. I'm pretty sure Spades here will be folding. We'll be folding the pocket 7s, and we'll be heads up dominant. I didn't see if there was any dead 5s behind. I don't know if he still got the full 3 outs. Oh, Pablo folded.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay, Pablo.
You know what? I guess I never thought about that as an option. I kind of just assumed he was committed, but I guess he was hoping Spades was going to be a bit stronger.
Yeah. And Danilo is doing the gives.
There he is,
He's
utilizing
hyped.
him.
He's really hyped.
I mean, I think he was hoping for blood there. I think all the players were hoping for blood.
Oh, yeah.
Pablo Silva now, 2 big blinds. Just going to be virtually priced in. Unfortunately, too, is dominate. Doesn't even have 2 live cards. Just kind of needs to. There's no laddering from here. There's no additional help. You just kind of, you do this. You click call, you donk jam, and you hope your opponent misclicks. So you hope your opponent makes a mistake here. I mean, surely there's no folding. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now Pablo Silva
Come on,
needs a
Pablo.
5.
He needs 5.
Going to the river. 3 outs. Unfortunately, eliminated. This is a couple quick eliminations. I mean, Pablo Silva, several or many millions in total cashes here. Number 44.
Amazing prize.
Yeah, number 44 in the 2023. I'm sure we'll see him move up the rankings a little bit more here.
Amazing.
It's now, we have 7 players remaining, 40,000 all guaranteed. Things are flying here. I mean, going into this, I think a lot of the players being sub 20 big blinds. Somebody was gonna have their simulated death. And off the rip, we've already lost 2 players. Still Spays, Sven Anderson, and Peter on the shorter end. Do go a little bit over that 20 big blind range, but we are, an orbit away from the blind levels going up. So
exactly.
Only going to push the action more and more.
Okay, we have some flash draw here.
We got a little fun here. I think.
Spice it up, Danilo. Who's it bet? Okay, let's go.
Vilakovic?
Oh, Velasquez?
Velasquez,
yeah. 4 on turn. Interesting. Really interesting.
Yeah.
What is he gonna do now? Probably like...
He could double barrel here. This could be a spot where he blocks turn 2 pairs. I don't think Peter's going to have too many 2 pairs in this situation that often. He might have queen 4 suited, but it's unlikely he's going to have 4-2 suited or 9-4 suited, and he's not going to have the offsuit ones. But it does seem like a good spot to just naturally double barrel. Because Peter's going to be calling there with a lot of straight draws, flush draws, and you just want to price those out. It's a spot where you can deny equity and get worse to call, and then sometimes you can make better fold. Because if Peter's sitting there with a 9, anything that's other than a queen, he's just going to have a tough time.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree. Nice hand. We gotta go like... Okay, I still have... Danilo is almost triple lead. Oh, kings. We're running hot now. Come on.
Not just kings, we've got jacks in the small blind. Rodrigo, we could have a little Brazil on Brazil violence here. Both players are pretty deep. I mean, Rodrigo with a quick snap call in the small blind here with jacks.
What do you think? What do you think about the call?
I mean, they're 80 deep, and 3-betting jacks out of position. You do it. It is one of those things where, like, once you 3-bet and they call, their range is going to be stronger. I mean, Bruno's still going to be able to call from strong hands, but the range sort of narrows, and you're typically not going to get too much value from other things. As well as when you have as many short stacks as there are on the final table, it's a bit of a disaster with 80 bigs to find a way to bust before some of the other stacks bust.
Yeah, but really good hand like now. Really good board for Danilo. Actually, here not that much for the kings, but every time when you have kings, there's always an ace on the board.
Yeah, that's that's a typical scenario. Anytime pocket kings, usually an ace. And Daniel going for the value bet. Bruno with the quick call. I think Rodrigo with a bet and a call has a bit of an easier decision here. Gonna lay it down.
Yeah, I think it's a really good bet from Danilo now. Yeah,
I think
he takes it.
Scoops the pot.
And new chip leader. Let's go. He sends the gifts of Novak Djokovic, which guys like Novak Djokovic is Serbian best tennis player in the world. He knows what he's doing there.
Yeah, he's one of the top goats, and using the tennis goat gifts.
Running good.
Yeah, but Now, you know, we got a blind versus blind situation here. Danielle with the king queen, Bruno with the jack 8. Yeah, I think this is going to be a situation here where Bruno's going to double barrel, bet turn. He's probably going to bet. It's weird. I don't actually think he needs to bet big. He could still just bet like 40K, and he's still going to achieve a lot. Because Bruno, when he bets smaller, can still have two pairs, can still have some straights. Yeah, he bets 50%. You know, you think 4 to a straight, oh, I could start bombing and bet bigger. But if you think about what you're targeting, you don't need to go that big. And he picks the half pot size, gets it through.
Nice
Easy peasy.
Oh, he smashes another give.
Oh no. So it looks like, I mean, I would love if we can get a snap cam from anyone on the final table here. I think it's been a while. I'm pretty sure.
It's been a while, right?
Fellow team pro, Mr. Baruzzi was probably the last person to send a snap cam on these final tables.
And he's amazing. He's so fun.
Yeah, he made it entertaining.
Yeah, definitely. But I love when people are really interactive on the table, listening gives, sending like anything. It makes it fun. It makes it really exciting.
This might actually be a 6 spot for spades here. I think Duco might have it. If I'm Duco, I'm probably folding 5s here. But if Duco calls, spades could have like a really sick squeeze spot where he can apply pressure and attack some weakness here. Instead, Duco ends up folding, and we go 3 ways to the flop. This could be trouble here for Daniel. He flops top pair on 7-3-3. Bruno a little bit underrepresented with pocket 9s.
Okay, we have a bet from Danilo with 7 on the flop, but we have 9s, but so it's pretty tricky.
Yeah, okay. Overcard on the turn.
What do you think? Like, okay, yeah, like.
Yeah, I think you know, our value range is going to be trimmed. Bruno's still going to have a stronger range, so I might not have too many value bets there. So I think starting with a check, probably just going to opt to check call. And I think on the 6 river, it's going to go check check. Daniel gets the bad news, and the chip lead flips again, and my guy Bruno reclaims glory.
I think if Bruno bets, we will expect probability calling from Danilo actually. Just depends on, obviously, like, of course, how much Bruno is gonna bet. Okay, yeah. He bets like half of the pot.
Yeah, I think half pot's gonna be the ideal one. I think he's gonna be targeting these exact hands. He'll be targeting ace highs. He'll be targeting 7x. You could still potentially get called by pocket 8s as well. I think this is pretty. I think for Bruno, this is actually a pretty strong play to make, because if you think about Daniel's flop bet turn check, I don't think you have too many jacks there. As well as when it goes, yeah, I think it's probably won't have too many jacks. Another disappointed gif as the chip lead flips.
It's so fun.
Who are we rooting for in the chat? Let's see. How many Brazilian faithfuls do we have? We did lose Pablo Silva. We still have Bruno and Rodrigo. Anyone out here rooting for the Dutchman or the Belgian?
Yeah, guys, write down in comments for who you're rooting for. Let's go. Let's see if we can sweat it here.
Now this is. Yeah, I was gonna say these are tough situations with pocket 9s, because if you 4-bet jam, anything that calls just dominates you, crushes you. You actually block a lot of the bluffs as well. You know, Daniel's probably going to be bluffing with like Jack 9 suited, Queen 9 suited, King 9 suited. Sometimes like Ace 9 off too. So he does just, you know, it does seem a little bit tight. You know, you got pocket 9s, lay it down, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Exactly. Oh, we have Ace Queen now, and Ace Jack. We can get like a little bit of action from Sven. Okay. 2 of my guys here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you sounded a bit excited for the fact that one of your picks is could potentially be getting eliminated here.
Oh, okay. I guess you guessed it right. Ace King versus Ace Jack. Okay, Danilo. He does it. And
3 outs to the river. Needs a jack and a jack only. Ooh, it's pain.
Scoops it up. Scoops it up with the gift of Novak Djokovic again. Amazing. Wow. Wow. That's
No,
really good.
We lose Sven there, out in 7th place. Sitting 24th in the 2023 leaderboards, you'll imagine that cash will add to his totals now. All players get the $11,600 pay jump, guaranteeing themselves $51,700. That's a juicer. That's a juicy cash.
Yes, juice. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, like I lost 2 guys, but now I have one that's chip leader, so I'm happy.
Yeah, it's a decent trade off. I mean, I still got all 3 of my picks. I'd like to note that as well. Peter's still in. Duco's still in. It's good. It's good. It's going to get interesting. You know, there's still a lot of big blinds in play. I mean, Bruno and Danielle both have over 100 big blinds. I think Rodrigo still pretty deep as well, sitting at with around 60 bigs. Dave 0804 in the chat goes, "Can you turn off ICM on GG so they play more aggressive?" So I'm assuming you want it to be winner take all, because if there's ever at all pay jumps, there is ICM implications at play. Something about that question gets me. You know what? I just have to read this question as well. It's comment as well. Very important. Josh McCulley, you know, somebody who makes these SuperMillion final tables, he knows a thing or two. You have to trust him when he says, "Why is Egption so unbelievably handsome? It's certainly unfair." You know, I think life is just unfair, and so it's about navigating those unfair waters. So, you know, while I have to agree with your statement, it just is what it is. We do have
and it's always it is what it is. It? All right.
Yeah, this could be a fun one here for Danielle. He does 2 pair on a 5-5-10 Jack 8 board. Didn't catch too much of the action, but it does seem like Rodrigo, I feel like at this point might be thinking nefarious things, might be thinking about going for a little check raise C here if he's thinking about it. Not sure about the hero call.
He scoops it up again.
Yeah,
That's nice.
Yeah, Danielle cruising. I don't, are we going to see a little 7-deuce game? That we aren't playing the 7-deuce on the final table.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, 7-deuce, you cannot be too loose.
No. I think if Greg was here, he probably would have flipped the table. Probably would have stormed off. Yeah. Fellow GG ambassador. Greg. Yeah, that was I think that was his moniker, his one of his catchphrases from the early beginnings, talking about the old stay loose, play 7-deuce.
Okay, we have now ace-8. What he's gonna do here? What's the right move?
I think peeling's a bit aggressive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I think if he's going to be thinking, it's going to be, applying some pressure. I mean, Spades here, when he opens, he's not going to have too many opportunities to really call. He's kind of shallow. A lot of his hands are just going to be 4-bet jam or fold. And it's good on Bruno to attack if he's ever at all opening a bit too wide. I think ace-deuce suited actually is probably a bit too wide. For example, you just absolutely capitalize on that. And Bruno recognizes it. Spades with the wider open immediately gets his hand slapped down. Bruno and Danielle have just been running over the table, very active. Duco picking up the pot there.
Ooh. You're like, I mean, we have pretty good odds against each other, right?
Yeah, I'm not going to say that. No, I think I'm a pretty clear favorite here for not having to pay for dinner. Now I have seen crazier, and you still do have, if Rodrigo or Spades win, that still is it's null.
That's draw. That's draw. Okay, yeah. Fair enough. But we're gonna see. Like, I think Danilo is gonna sweat it at the end. So yeah, if Danilo stays with like Peter or like Rodrigo, it's all over for you. We had it all in. It's fine.
Tin Man in the chat. What up, Tinny? Asking. What was it? It was him that asked. So if you guys in the same room, we technically are, but there's dividers. And while I could theoretically quickly run over to that camera, we are separated a little bit. There's I don't know, I want to say like 20 feet difference between us.
Yeah,
We
I
are
mean, like,
casting live from the Bailey's Horseshoe. Horseshoe? No, yeah, the Horseshoe Resort.
Paris. Yeah, Paris and Horseshoe from Las Vegas.
Yeah, we're in the GG Lounge. Hashtag thanks GG.
Amazing place, like so big, and it's so good, like so good for actually when you're on break, just like snap go. Okay. Oh, wow, wow, that was a nice place.
Was that a 4-bet jam there with the pocket fours? A little bit of spice there.
Below the spice, right? Below always love the spice. That was a good night.
Luke, excellent question. Is there still the final hand contest? There is the hands up contest. Check the pinned link at the top if you guys predict the exact winning hand, suits and all. For the Super Millions tonight, you win or the GG Millions, you win $725. The prize pool has grown, it's swelled. All you got to do, it's free. Just predict the GG Millions winner tonight.
You're just going up, right?
It's easy. Just pick 2 cards. What's tougher than that?
What's gonna be your card? Pick.
I think I need to. I think I'm going to verbally say it so then I don't take away from the prize pool. But I'm going to say it's going to be. For some reason, I've been thinking Jack of Clubs, and
Okay.
Jack of Clubs, 7 of Spades. Jack of Clubs, 7 of Spades is going to be the winning hand.
Okay, I'm gonna say Ace of Hearts, 5 of Spades.
Ooh, you're going for a little Ace 5. Maybe it's like a 4-bet bluff jam. Gets there versus Ace Queen.
Spiciness. Yeah, I'm expecting the spiciness on this table, so you already see it. Few people from Brazil, Montenegro. We are getting there.
Yeah, always an international final table. I mean, the Brazilian contingency have really grown in these high stakes games. In the last handful of years.
Grown so much.
Yeah.
Insane.
I mean, Brazil is.
I said like we have a little spicy bet from Danilo with 6 queen off against queen 2 off, and yep, got it there.
Yeah, I had to stare at that for a minute just to check, is this a chop pot or not? You know, sometimes I rely on the software to let me know that it's going to chop up.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm not the dealer. Now, Duco, is not abiding by the Grey Goes All In rules. Going to fold the 7-deuce off.
How can they fold 7-deuce off? Come on, man. It's final table. You should play it.
Yeah, I think Dave from earlier in the chat is right. We need to eliminate ICM. We need people to be more aggressive.
Yeah.
So you guys commenting in the YouTube chat, you guys got to click the link above, the pinned link in the chat, and enter in your respond with the tweet with the winning hand. You can't go write it just in the chat there. Also, you need to pick the suits. You can't just say aces.
Yep.
Also saying aces is such a cop out. You gotta be creative. You know, how many times does a tournament actually get won by aces? Well, there was that one guy that's one of the Vegas locals. He won like 8 tournaments in a row, and he kept taking with like 8-5 off or something. It was on a little live heater.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know, like, I had a vision of like ace 5 off, but guys, like, click on the link and just like pick 2 cards. The price for just writing 2 cards is amazing, right? So
$750 dues, U.S. currency.
Okay, we have the ace 10 off here. Man, like, we have few short stacks, and we have cheap lead, and you have your guy is Bruno, right? Yes.
Yeah, Bruno,
we're gonna get the battle. We're gonna have a battle.
Yeah, I think
Brazil versus Montenegro.
That could end up being it. It could be, the Dutchman versus Montenegro, or it's, it could just be, it might just be a Bruno, Duco, Peter final 3. It could just be ultra boring for you. It could just be a victory lap for me.
Exactly. We're gonna see. I'm a believer. Manifesting the win. Oh god. Yeah. Okay, we have ace here. Pulls with king 9 off. Interesting.
Yeah, I think it's a good spot to stay sticky.
Yeah.
I mean, king high is going to be doing pretty well. It does suck that you block both flush draws, but there's plenty of things that Rodrigo is going to be barreling that king high is going to be beating. And if you start folding things like king high, like especially some of your stronger ones, you're gonna end up folding way too much. And Rodrigo going for the juice or value bet and pot gets it through. Won't be seeing the king high call there. Exciting times. If you guys haven't already, drop a like on this video. We need to get a minimum 150. Otherwise, I can't think of anything really bad. But trust me, something bad is going to happen. I can't tell you guys. Wait. Oh, oh no, the GG head boss is right there. You guys, he said if we don't get 100 likes right now,
Oh my God.
don't, please, no. That's where the camera cuts off. Yeah, we are live reporting to you guys from the Horseshoe WSOP venue. So all the GG higher ups, we saw them last night, are here. So I can't confirm. We are in trouble if we don't get at least 100 likes, guys. So smash that like button. Let us know you guys are enjoying the content. Simple, it's easy.
Look at this overbet, really interesting. From Bruno. I kind of like it. Yeah.
I also think overbetting the turn probably isn't going to shut down on this river. I think when you're attacking on an ace turn, oh no, he does give up. I guess he's expecting to probably not get too many folds from an ace on the river. I think with the stack distrib being what it is, Rodrigo can still find a lot of hero calls there. And Rodrigo scoops it, sees Bruno's got no good. I kind of like the check there from Rodrigo, because when he overbets turn and then checks river, he either has something still really strong that he's decided to be tricky. Oh wow, pause.
Yeah.
There's a little aces versus kings, and I can't help but notice somebody on my side has got the aces here.
Oh my God. This is a spicy board. This is gonna be spicy. Really, really spicy. Yeah.
I wonder if there's ever a way. No.
There's a way.
I'm wondering if there's ever a way that something doesn't get it in pre-flop, but I think it's probably just going to be. I mean, Peter could. I don't know. I think Peter peeling off of 14 bigs is a bit tough. I think you probably just need to stick it in. Like Rodrigo's going to be 3-bet getting in with a lot of things like that and folding on flop.
Ace versus kings, okay. Oh.
Exciting flop.
The board. Yeah.
The running gag is it's always a sweat on the turn on GG, but definitely not this time. Peter with the big double up. Rodrigo not having the best final tables thus far. Loses that one. Still kicking. Still in a comfortable third place. Peter now jumping up the leaderboard. He's much more comfortable than before. Spade's now the clear shortest stack with just 12 big blinds. This could be an opportunity for him to pick up a couple more chips, though. Probably going to be seeing a 3-bet jam. And I don't think we see Daniel find the call. Might be a bit too strong.
It's Danilo.
Danilo?
Yeah.
Danilo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he doesn't find a fold, and I think like it's completely fine. It's really good.
Boom.
Let's go.
Things stay exciting. Still 6 left, and I think with 3 eliminations very early, as with the GGMillion's final table, it goes up. The blinds go up after a number of hands, and since we're 6 left, the blinds are going to start to go up a little bit faster. You know, normally with 9 people left, 8 people left, you know, a couple extra people, the hands take a little bit longer, but we will see the pace of play pick up here.
But I love the adrenaline, and I love the card feel of like when it's feeling, you know. Oh my God, the hit of adrenaline there. Jeez, it's always worth it. So.
Do you baccarat peel it? Do you look to see if it's got paint? Do you look to see how many sides it has, or do you just rip it off?
I rip it off. I'm aggressive. I rip it off. I cannot. My anxiety cannot handle that.
See, I at least know in like some high equity spots, I still have that like slow river peel in me. And I feel like it's
really?
It's still just like a quiet moment. It's just like you slowly peel it. It's like, all right, it's a 3-sider.
No chance. Like,
not one of the
guys, what do you do like with the card peel up? In the comments down below, please. Like, I cannot. When I see like on Kevin's Martin streams, he always peel it so freaking slowly, and I'm like, oh my god, come on, man, peel it up.
Yeah,
So
I think I think it's the best way to just enjoy the moment.
yeah.
It's painful when it's the bad cards, but I remember when it first got implemented, I thought, oh man, I'm not gonna enjoy this.
Oh,
We have
we have a game.
a sweat the hand here, space here with the pocket tens, facing a Duco open. This is a fun one here. I mean, we're up against some unknown hands. It's not like before. Pocket tens does elect just to go all in. I think this is probably going to be one of the better. You can maybe go half of your stack and fold if two people go all in. But I think slamming it in here with the tens, a nice simple option.
Love the graphics of this one.
Ooh, Bruno with the call.
Wow.
It's the bad news. Pocket kings. Oh no.
Oh.
I mean, running hearts, running straight. Nope. It is not always a sweat on GG as Spades gets the bad news. Tens is going to send him home in 6th place. A regular here at the GG Millions, but will be eliminated here. Locks up his 51,000, and all players guaranteed 5th place money, 66,000 United States dollars.
Amazing. And 5 players left, guys. 5 players left. I didn't see who the. Yeah.
5 players left. My 3 picks are still in.
Yeah, I see.
It's just going to make it so much more disappointing if I don't win.
It's gonna be make it so much better and fun, I guess. Yeah. Imagine that. Yeah, but Danilo is okay. He's not the cheap lead, but like Bruno, they're like on the same page now. They're really close, guys. I didn't see the chat who they were like rooting for. Let's see the chat. Oh, we have ace king here of clubs with 5 seconds for jack 4. Okay, jack 4 is really nice hand, right? And we have 8-4. Yeah. Oh, you got okay. All in. That's all in. I was like, yeah, 2 of your guys again. But no.
Yeah, my guys are crushing it right now. My guys are no slouches. I mean, Duco, still the shortest stack. I mean, I have 2 of the shorter stacks. That's okay.
Yeah.
You know, you got to mix it up. You got to have a little bit of variety. It'd be boring if I just had one, first, second, and third. Got a little blind versus blind confrontation. The Jack 7 versus the 5-4. I think this is going to be a bet small. I don't think we see any creativity from Rodrigo here. He does have the backdoor flush draw, but I don't think it's going to be good enough.
Yeah. Good bet for Jack 7-off. Really good bet.
Nice and small. Don't need to bet too big.
Yeah. But I think I would go with the better. In 10 opens, and we have in there. Oh, okay. Are we seeing something spicy here, Patrick? Probably.
No spice. My guys know I need to win this dinner, so it's gonna be a 3-bet. Duco folds, no creativity, right, Duco? Keep it simple. There we go. Yeah. I think Queen 10 suited probably isn't one of the better hands to get spicy with because you do block some of the bluffs.
Yeah. Actually, with kings, but maybe with aces now. Rodrigo here.
Yeah, okay. I mean, we're 5 left, so there's a bit less pressure. Duco is the clear shortest. I mean, Peter's got a double, so I think in some different stack distributions, Duco might find the fold here, but I think as is, we're finding aces. Aces are having an easy time here on this final table. There's been no sweats, just a lot of top sets here. As we are kicking off another mystery hand, Peter with the Jack 3 suited in the big blind. Facing a Bruno button open. I think starting here with the call is going to be the main option. You can maybe elect to fold, but
maybe more towards the fold, I guess.
No, I think the way the stacks are, I think it's probably just better just to click the call button. I mean, it's not a bad flop, but it is one where you're going to be put in uncomfortable situations. Bruno's going to usually bet, a big blind, maybe a little bit more, something like 40,000. Oh no, he bets a little bit bigger, looking to apply pressure, looking to just generate folds right on the rip. Bruno's got things like diamond draws, and just maybe like one and done bluffs. He'll want to apply pressure, as well as kings just want to put money in. What do you think of this 4 diamonds flush completing turn with your Peter?
Oh, I think it's probably really good for Bruno. Obviously not really good for Peter, but I think he's gonna apply pressure and like continues to. He's gonna just yeah. He checks. I thought he's gonna bet again, but he didn't get it.
Yeah.
Here.
Now,
yeah, but it was like the.
I say now Peter with the river decision here. Doesn't value bet. Just looks to check. Bruno with the decision here. Is he gonna put Peter to the test? Is he gonna make it uncomfortable for him? He does. No easy decisions. Yeah. What do you think? Do you think he's gonna call here?
I think he's gonna call. I'm feeling he's gonna call. Not the best, but like I guess. What do you think?
Yeah.
What do you think about the check on the river?
I think Bruno probably. I think with his flop bet doesn't have too many overpairs. Wow. He just had a monster on the turn.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it's worth noting with that turn check.
Yeah.
A lot of what Bruno bets isn't always going to double barrel, especially when he bets bigger. He's going to have things that don't mind checking. I think he was kind of just hoping for some sort of river that'll induce action and get him to blast off. I mean, when you've got king 4 on king 3-4, it's kind of hard for your opponent to have a calling hand. So he's kind of just hoping somehow Peter improves, gets creative. Don't think there's much you can do.
Yeah. Doesn't find a lot of things like king 4. Okay, we have now king queen versus 10 king. That is like 5 bucks.
Yeah, I mean, Duco elects to go all in. I don't know if Bruno. It's close. I think 12 big blinds. You have so many chips as well. If Duco's going to be having, if he's going to start having these bluffs, you can find the call, but it's really close. Calling off with like king highs here.
Yeah.
Versus a 3-bet jam just isn't as ideal in these positions, and he does get it through. And that's the benefit of taking those king 10 suited hands is usually the only time you're dominated is if they call ace king. You'll have if he's got like ace jack, ace queen, you'll have 2 live cards, hopefully a live suit as well. Big pickup there.
Probably won't. Yeah, we won't have action this much like it with versus ace king versus 7-8.
I wouldn't say that. All it takes is a little bit there it is.
There is Danilo. I was wondering where he is, like with his gives, but since he's on the break, with being carded, drinking from the bottle.
Bruno drilling the straight here on the turn. I don't know what Duco. I mean, when he checks back flop, it's a tough spot. Yeah, you can't really. Basically, almost every river's like, even if he hits an ace or a king, it's not comfortable.
Yeah.
And once you face a river bet, it's just not ideal. All right, 6-5. Duco's still short of stack, but I think defending the 6-5 off is a bit more troubling than the queen 8. Good, strong laydown there. I think the ace 7 off in the big blind as well is a tough one. Might just be strong enough to defend. I think I might even pull ace 6 offsuit sometimes here. But finds the call. Probably going to be. This could actually. No, I think Rodrigo's going to probably bet smaller. Don't know if Peter wants to be peeling here and lays it down. A couple quick pots. And, we're only 5 levels away from another blind level increase, which will put. Ooh, forget that. I'll let you take this one away here.
Okay, step call from the Danilo. King queen versus 10. Oh.
King on the flop. Then Danilo needs a 10.
Do we have it on the river? No.
No. Duco with the snap river peel. You can tell if they're peeling it fast or not. If it's if snap rips open or slow peels. Duco quickly rips that one off. My guy doubles up through your guy. And now it gets a little bit more interesting.
Yeah, and Danilo is disappointed again with the gifts from Novak Djokovic.
Yeah.
Guys, don't forget about the hands, about guessing hands in the YouTube comment down. So just like go and pick all of your hands that you think that are going to be winning hands, and you can win $750.
Yeah, the grand prize really has grown. It's been
Yeah,
many
a
weeks
lot.
since somebody's won it. All you got to do is pick the winning hand, the winning suits. I have the Jack of Clubs, Seven of Spades. If I see it heads up, I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna stand up, move the laptop.
And
I
do
don't I don't
what Greg does.
I don't know if a host has ever picked the winner, so I'd like to be the first.
Yeah.
We'll have to get Jeff to verify. I'm sure he's got the data somewhere. We have myself, Pat. If you guys are just tuning in, myself, Patrick, Egption, Tardif, joined by Adriana, better known as Callmelija, both of us GG ambassadors, tagging in for Jeff this fine Tuesday afternoon here from the Horseshoe Resort and Casino, live from the World Series of Poker 2023. Bruno hits the straight. Rodrigo with a pair of nines.
Oh, okay, interesting. River.
A fun river. Fourth club on the river. Bruno now has a flush. He technically improved, but I don't think he did want to. And he goes for the very small block bet.
Yeah, I
I
like it.
think Rodrigo's going to bluff raise. And I think he's going to make it big. I think Bruno doesn't have that many hands that are going to block and then want to call. I also don't think Bruno's going to pick a small size with a flush on the turn. So I think Rodrigo's going to attack this pretty often, and he's going to pick a big size. Because I think when you float ace-9, you don't usually call thinking you always have the best hand, and it's usually to have devilish intentions by the river. And you know, and in Rodrigo's shoes as well, it's really hard to have a bluff. Really hard to have a hand that wants to bluff. No, doesn't go for it. Doesn't. I was gonna look so cool if he did it though, because I don't think anyone in the Twitch chat or in the YouTube chat would have thought I was gonna be bluff. I was going for it.
I love your thought process when you're talking about the hands. I think it's really good.
Yeah, it's a fun one. That could have been a fun one.
Yeah, definitely.
You had another 7-deuce fold. We just can't get these GGMillion final tablists to have a little fun here. You know, we're only playing for $182,000. You know, depending on where you live. If you're in Toronto, that's barely a down payment on a house because the housing market is insane. You know, some other places that's going to buy. You know, definitely get a good, nice house.
Another interesting hand.
And it could be fun too because we could see a 4-bet. I mean, and I don't necessarily know how Danilo is going to respond to a 4-bet either. Because yeah, as I say, when you're playing, typically when you're playing against Brazilian players, you know, the 3-bets and 4-bets fly, and it kind of forces you to do some wild things. Oh, this could be our chance to see a little 7-deuce play. Actually, all we need is a limp. All we need is a limp, and we get to see some fun.
But not good space. Yeah.
7-deuce in the mix.
Oh my God, we do have. Wow, that's really good. You see, he listened to us.
Now, will he get rewarded? This is a fun one here with aces. I mean, Rodrigo. I actually don't know if you're supposed to bet this or not. I think you have so many strong hands, like really, really strong hands, that you probably should just be betting your entire range. Maybe there's some things that check. Maybe like 9s, 10s check. But oh my goodness. And there's the 7-deuce drilling 2-pair on the turn. This is a insane pot. Peter, slow playing.
Oh my God.
And he might potentially get punished by 7-deuce.
Oh my God, this is insane. What a turn. This is the spiciness we are talking about, and he goes for it. Look at this.
Yeah. I think too, I don't know. I think if you're Peter, you probably just need to keep check calling. If Rodrigo is going to have bluffs, you got to need to let him bluff it off. It's a nightmarish river too because Peter has the ace of clubs. He's going to be blocking flushes. Rodrigo's going to jam. Peter's going to call, and I'm going to lose my first pick here.
Yeah,
We
finally.
Yeah, I was talking about it was easy with aces here on this final table, but it doesn't look like it is anymore.
But you're speaking so much, Leia. Yeah. Oh. And we have it, guys.
I mean, we've been preaching it all final table. Play 7-deuce, and look at that. The first 7-deuce played, he stacks them here. In this GGMillions final table, just a reminder, we have rebranded. We are now GGMillions. We also have exciting cash game content coming soon. I believe the players have hit the break. It's an interesting hand to go to break. You got a lot of momentum there, picking up 7-deuce, knocking out a player. 4 remain. All players locked up 85,000 United States dollars.
Amazing.
And we called it. Play 7-deuce. What do we say? Play 7-deuce and bang, we lose our first player.
You cannot be to lose, right?
Oh. Greg should be doing cartwheels right now.
Oh my god.
Yeah, final 4. Yeah.
Final 4, exactly.
Yeah, I think it's always fun with that too, is because I know Twitch chat and YouTube chat, everyone's always like, "Oh, you can't slow play aces. Oh, deserve. That's what you get for slow." You know, Peter played the hand great. He didn't do anything wrong. He just got very unfortunate. You know, Rodrigo's going to have like 9-3 offsuit. He's going to have 9-4 offsuit. He's going to have a bunch of garbage hands, and he's also going to value jam worse too. He's going to value jam like King Queen, Ace King, stuff like that. Where
exactly, I could not agree more. Like I really agree. Yeah. I love the play, and I love the 7-deuce. Oh my god, it was so good.
Yeah. Rodrigo rewarded for his aggression.
Yeah, he listened to the poker gods, and he got there. It was amazing to watch.
Mm-hmm. I think it's just important to note that we talked about it. You know, how often are you ever going to talk about the 7-deuce? Oh, come on, guys, play 7-deuce.
Exactly, and like next hand, he goes with it.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I was joking. I wasn't actually hoping that they play a 7-deuce. So the fact that it happened makes it all the more special.
Exactly. What are the odds?
4 remain. All players locked up $85,000. Still playing for that first prize, $183,000. Yosip in the chat. Helmuth would have a thing or two to say about slow playing aces. Helmuth would probably have 10 million things to say about slow playing aces. When does oh, Danilo does not learn from prior experience. Folds the 7-deuce. Doesn't he know what's going on here?
Snap fold. Never mind. We're gonna let it.
We see some reminders. We have lots of exciting promotions going on. GG. If you guys haven't already, the world's #1 poker site. Sign up today. Lots of exciting things. Road to London. Play the Triton series. Lots of satellites to play. Prop bet features. All these new, great, innovative things that GG's coming out with. Lots of things to check out. So definitely, if you haven't already, what's the holdup? So we've got third pair versus second pair. As we've got a flop check and a turn check from both players.
Yeah, it's fine.
I wouldn't expect Bruno to find. Wait, no, I think there's. Yeah, it's 5. Yeah, I wouldn't expect Bruno to be checking back the flop too often. I mean, I think on Ace King 4, you should just be betting almost every single hand.
Oh yeah.
So checking flop and then getting to the check turn does just. I think if I'm Rodrigo there, I don't think my 4 is good, and I probably would have started blasting, but that's just me. Yeah, Bruno still applying pressure. He has a bit of a lead on our second place chip stack, but both guys.
Another gift.
Yeah. What if he mixes it up? Do you think he'll ever throw out like a Federer gift or anything?
I think he's gonna do the snap cam for the like maybe final 2.
Okay.
That would be amazing. That would be legendary. That would be legendary, literally.
If heads up, both players turn on their web or the microphones. I would take that too.
Oh my god, definitely.
Little table talk banter. Can't go wrong with that.
Table Chetsky.
This could be a fun one. I think Danilo probably will find the 4-bet, and I mean we're gonna see some heads collide here. He's taking his time. He's thinking about it. Ace 10 off, great hand to be 4-betting. You don't mind.
Oh.
You don't really like calling.
Yeah.
There it is. Smashes out the 4-bet. I think a 5-bet jam would be mind-blowing, insanely crazy. But yeah, we do just see the fold. You kind of want to at least have a blocker to the best possible hand. You probably want an ace in your hand if you want to start getting creative with 5-bets there. And your guy picks up a big one. Getting 4-bet bluffs through is always exciting, and it's always terrifying. Just open. He's probably just sitting there, please fold, please fold, please fold, please fold.
Yeah. The adrenaline hits again.
What do you think? Do you think he's a please fold, or just fold? Fold.
He's maybe like throwing things around the house and like fold, because we are Serbian people are a bit aggressive, but not that much. Yeah, so I think he has like maybe the plates next to his table and he's like throwing them around.
I wouldn't have pictured that. I wasn't gonna think that. I was thinking he was just gonna be maybe a fold. But good to know. Good to get some context. He's throwing plates. These SuperMillion or these GGMillion final tablists are human, and who doesn't throw a plate or two? Who doesn't throw a plate or two on their 10K final tables?
Literally. What do you do on final tables? Like, are you like fold or fold, please?
I just sit there and I'm like,
oh yeah. I said fine.
I phased out the hand on the shoulder thing. I remember I used to do that back in the day. I always laugh when I see like I saw some of my old YouTube VODs, and like it's just like me sitting there with my hand like this. And I was like, oh man. So I just followed the trends. I remember very early in my poker career, I was influenced by Dur, so I had the Dur poker face where I was just always mouth open. It wasn't pretty. Yeah. Whoa! Oh my goodness! Rodrigo with the 4-bet jam runs into the ace king. This is a massive pot. No backdoor flush draw. No backdoor straight draw. He needs an 8 and an 8 only. We could be down to the remaining 3 players. It's a river feel. It's a 10 or a 9.
Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Oh my god. And he snaps another gift of Novak Djokovic, as he should. 3 final, guys. 3 final left. Oh my god.
Yeah. Big one. I mean, Rodrigo, good game to him. One of the true regulars of the GGMillions final tables. This won't be the last time we see him. Goes out in 4th place, locks up that 85,000. Now all players have locked up that sweet 6-figure score.
So we have 2 runners, like versus mine, 1 runner. Like really good.
Yeah, but your guy has more chips than both of my guys combined. And Duco came to this final table very short and kind of just survived. I don't think he ever really he came to this final table very, very short, like 12 big blinds, 13 big blinds. I don't think he ever really got over 20 big blinds. Like Duco just put on a laddering performance. Kind of just sat there, played his good hands, didn't get coolered, and just watched these guys just give it.
Exactly. Just the dream, right? And he goes in. Okay.
Yeah, Bruno really tried to give him the gears, and Duco said, "Nah, not today, bud. Not today." Bruno really did try to get saucy there with the queen 5 off. Try to attack. Yeah. That's the thing. What I was saying before, typically when you play against players from Brazil, they're active. They get on you. They're aggressive, and they put you in the bin. Duco taking a good time to start picking up chips. 3 left. Picking up some heat. That's 2 big. A 4-bet jam and a 3-bet jam.
We have an open from Bruno, and Danilo is gonna go read the call.
Ooh.
Oh, interesting. Really interesting flop for Danilo here.
Yeah, huge flop. Flopping trips, and he leads. Interesting.
That's really interesting.
Bruno not
And he
going
finds a
anywhere.
call.
What do you think of the lead here with the A7?
I love it. I love it, actually. I think it's completely fine. Oh, okay. Here we go. Like it's big bet. Okay. Yeah, he didn't get through, but I think the flop bet, the lead was actually really good. What do you think about it?
Well, I was gonna say, I mean, you know, you don't, you're more of a cash game background, and honestly, these guys are 100 bigs deep. This is still, you know, there's 3 left. It's a bit different with ICM and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But
but like
this is a little bit closer to your wheelhouse, you know.
exactly. Yeah, I see a lot of these scores in my cash games, but I love I just like love the tournament structure and like the final table is so exciting to watch and so exciting like to see how people are playing so differently. It like blows my mind. I love it.
And I think that's the beauty of poker too. Is all
Yeah,
you got to do is craft a strategy, and it's on your opponents to sort of adjust and figure it out. Sure, there's like a baseline of what you should be doing and stuff like that, but there's no one size fits all for winning. You can do a lot of different things. You can be super creative, super aggressive, super passive. There's a lot of things you can do to be successful in poker. That's what makes this game so great. As we have second pair,
exactly.
third pair versus fourth pair. Looks like it'll be a boring one. Checks down. Duco picks up another one. I don't think Danilo will find a bluff. I think a 6 is a bit too strong to start bluffing. Duco though with the bet. He could be targeting exactly this, just a 6. I don't. Maybe he could get better to fold. He can maybe get a better 8 to fold.
Yeah.
Seems close, and he can get worse to call. But again, that's also seems tough as well. Interesting bet. Takes it down. Still lots to play for here. All players locked up the 6-figure $110,000 here in this GGMillion's final table.
Insane. Insane. Okay. Really nice turn for the Danilo. He's gonna lead probably here. I might check. Okay, he leads. It's a small bet, which I find okay. Hmm. I don't think Bruno is gonna call here. Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough with no spade to get too creative on a 3 flush board. Lays it down. Still lots of poker to be played. There might be 3 left here, but there are a lot of big blinds to play. I think around 200 big blinds to play. Actually, a little bit less. It'd be. I mean, everyone started with 100K chips. Yeah. Still lots to play for though.
And we still have 3 players left, guys. 3 final players for this GGMillions today.
Duco applying the pressure, gets the jam through. Who are we rooting for? Final 3 guys. Any Dutchies in the chat? Anyone rooting for the man from the Netherlands? How about the Brazilians? Can we get some Seguras? Segura or Vamo?
Nice.
Or any Serbian / Montenegro? How would you say if you're from Montenegro? What would you call it? What do they call themselves?
Monte. How do you mean, like how?
Yeah, like you know, if you're Canadian, if you're from Canada, you say you're Canadian. If you say America, you say American.
Montenegrin? I don't know. Never used it in English like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess like Serbian, Montenegro. Oh, okay.
This is fun.
Wow. Oh.
He has. I mean, he's got the straight, but Bruno does block the straight, so he's going to be less likely to believe him. I mean, there's a flush out there. There's double board pair. There's full houses. A lot of easy ways to have full houses. There's the straight isn't looking as clean anymore, and I think pocket jacks doesn't feel that comfortable either. Does continue to keep betting. I wonder if we see a bluff here from Bruno. One thing to note is Bruno blocks 2 queen jack suited combos as well as 1 jack 9 suited combo. So he does block a fair amount of potential full houses that Danilo could have. He also blocks straights. This could be a situation here where you just don't think your hand's good enough to hero call because you're expecting your opponent to have, typically better. So while you are getting a good price, you are kind of having, like this, you have a better opportunity to bluff because you block so many of the value hands and you just put your opponent to the test. You block straights, you block full houses, just put it in their eye and try to get pretend that you're getting a little bit more value. And if I have a straight here, I don't know what I'm doing. I have no clue. I'm just
we
in
can
the
see
bin.
that Danilo is also confused by sending the gifts. Will he find a call? I think, yeah. It's tough. This is really tough. Like the raise, really love the raise, by the way, by the Bruno, but.
Yeah, I think this is a justified take your time spot. Oh, and he does find the call. Bruno gets caught speeding. Huge one for Danilo.
Go.
I don't like this is shaping up. I'm not that I'm anti-sweating him here, but this isn't looking good for I had 3 left, 5. All 3 of my picks 5 left, but your guy's running away with it. Honestly, I'm gonna blame Rodrigo for 4-bet jamming King 8 suited. That was ever since that moment, things have been looking pretty grim here.
Everything went down for you, so yeah. I should start choosing where we're gonna go on the dinner.
No. Don't start thinking. Actually, I need you to start thinking that, so then you jinx it. Super okay. Jinx it. Yeah.
I don't believe in that, so.
I need you to. Just please. Let's something go right here. Come on. Bruno picking up the 2 pair on the river. Man, Danilo with the 8-4 offsuits. I don't think we start bluffing this. I don't know what. Yeah, I'm not sure with the size. Not sure with this bet. An interesting hand history altogether. And Bruno, I think, has a value raising hand. I think especially versus the smaller size. I mean, maybe Danilo's going for like a small bet 3-bet jam, but you kind of want better hands. Yeah, Bruno going for the value raise.
Yeah.
He blocks flushes. He's got a very strong 2 pair. Danilo, I think if you were to elect to somehow find a 3-bet jam here, ideally you have a club in your hand. Also, maybe you block straights. Maybe you have 8-9 or 8-10. I wouldn't be shocked if you somehow 3-bet stuck it in. I think when you bet this small, you kind of invite this sort of stuff. You invite thinner value raises.
Yeah, exactly. I love
Fun
it.
one.
Yeah, guys. Danilo is the guy it's D Velasquez. We call it Danilo because it's D and it's his first name, so don't get confused.
I'm also saying it because it's easier to say than his last name, and I feel like there's a lot more pressure to pronounce it properly with Callmelija in the booth. I feel like I love Jeff, but he's butchered some names pretty hard historically. But I was gonna say it's like I don't want to start butchering names, especially when somebody that very close friends with someone on the final tables here.
Yeah.
It makes me feel worse. Yeah. We got Amsterdam Sunshine here supporting Duco. Love to hear it.
Nice.
Duco with the 3 high. I mean, this is a board where you can chop. Obviously, you can't win if you check. But yeah, it looks to apply pressure. It says, hey, I've got a 9. And it's very believable to have a 9. I don't think Bruno's going to have too many strong hands here that will be trapping. It's a good spot where it's almost always going to be a chop. It's going to be a chop pot if he clicks checks, but he finds a way to win the pot. And that's where, in these final tables, you're going to have, especially short-handed, you're going to not always have these cooler situations where you get 8s versus ace-king and then you hold, right? You're going to have to fight for pots. And the people that fight for pots are the ones that often win these tournaments.
Yeah.
There's not much to wait for anymore. You gotta just battle. Gotta show some grit. Bite down on your teeth, on the mouthpiece, and fire away.
Yeah, Yossi from the chat, you are right, 100% right, exactly. I do have like each in my last name, so yeah, it's really common for like Balkan people to have like
Mhm.
those two letters in the last name.
Mhm.
So yeah, has sixes versus tanky. Oh,
Well, I can
not
say
a bad from the Nila.
I can say Hristovoya Pavlovich. You know, I know that one.
Oh
And
yeah, yeah.
I know my fellow Vlasovic.
Velashevich.
Vlash, yeah,
Yeah.
Vlash. Okay,
Oh,
Bruno.
raise again.
I mean, when he bets small here, you are kind of inviting these sort of raises. And Bruno did play a little tricky, checking back twice. I think it was a double check. Takes it down. I think as chip
Super
leader here,
is
you're probably.
folding.
Yeah, I think you know, 20 bigs, you don't have to get too crazy. I mean, three-handed with less antes, you raise a lot less.
Yeah.
So you're gonna start finding some. You know, if you're playing 8-handed, 9-handed, a lot of hands are raises, are no longer raises, unless you're chip lead and applying pressure.
Exactly. Okay, not the best flop for the king four off, but for the king eight, he's gonna go for it now. For a small bet, probably. Oh, he checks. Okay, really interesting.
I think it's okay to have some stronger hands that check.
Hmm.
Also, when Bruno bets, almost every river is complicated. So,
Yeah.
like, you know, if a 10, a 7, a 5, Jack, Queen, King, other than, well, not King, Jack, Queen, Ace, almost every river is an interesting, complicated one. Now, value betting the river is fun. I think Danilo probably won't have any straight draws, so I don't think he needs to worry about straights. And I also don't think, also is like sevens, his Jack sevens and Queen Jacks all would have bet a prior street. So it is a kind of an interesting one where he probably does just have the best hand, and Bruno just playing some lights out poker, recognizing that situation, goes for the value bet.
Yeah. Oh, good for the jack two up.
And it's
Nice.
also it's good as well. I mean, he turns two pair. This could be disaster for Duco. I think he's gonna blast. Oh no, I was gonna say this is a fun spot for
Yeah.
9-8 to start blasting. You've got the double straight draw, the double gutter. You know, any 6 or 10 gives you the nuts. And you know, when your opponent checks back, you can look to, you know, attack and apply pressure. I think versus sizing, I think you probably it's a tough one. And that's the thing about checking the straight draws on the turn is check calling is tough. Because if you don't get there, you don't win. Oh, and he goes for the small raise.
Wow.
Wow. So that's how he was going with this. Yeah, because like check calling just isn't ideal. So if you're not going to start blasting, you probably need to check
Exactly.
raise. But I wasn't comfortable with the idea of check raising, so I wasn't sure. Fun one here though. Duco gets the diamond on the river. I think he's going to shoot a shot here. Slam it in.
Probably.
There it is.
Oh,
Danilo with quick
snap
call.
call. Wow.
Huge one. As Duco finishes here in third place, and we're heads up. And would you look at that? It's my pick versus your pick. Can you believe it?
Can you believe it?
We did a great job today picking people. We did an excellent job. GG to Duco, 110,000 for his third place finish. We're now down to the final two. Reminder, guys, if you haven't already, you need to predict the final winning hand. It might actually be a bit too late. I don't know if you can still pick with when their heads up, but predict the winning hand here. Predict the exact hand, suits and all. And you can win over $700.
Wow.
Heads up, Bruno versus Danilo.
It was brutal with the snap call. Oh my god. So
yeah. Yeah, normally when you're bluffing
Very
there,
nice.
you want your opponent to at least think a little bit, you know? Just a little bit of hope. You just get snapped. It's like, all right, well.
No, he's just like, yeah.
Guess I'm going home.
He believes. He believes. Okay. We have easy fold here.
And we got some deep stack poker heads up. This might not actually be. This could be a spot for Danilo to stay sticky. Yeah, because he. Ooh, this might. Ooh, this is a fun river. There's a lot of things to play here. I think it's kind of tough to break it down in a short form. So I think I'm just gonna sit and enjoy. This could be a fun one. I won't be surprised if Danilo leads here. So I don't think he's gonna think his 6 is gonna be winning all that often, and he can apply pressure. But Bruno does have not only the king, but he had the 8 to back it up, and there's the lead.
Wow. Big bet, Danilo.
I mean, Bruno is going to debate whether he can get worse to call, and I don't think he can. So I think you just click call. It is really hard in Bruno's shoes to have a bluff, to then expect Danilo to hero call. Because when he does it here, he's telling me he has a straight, and I don't think he does this that often with a 3. So you're kind of just like reverse free rolling, and getting stacked by 8, 9. He does put the last bit of the chips in. That's an interesting one. There's a lot to think about. It's not that many more chips in retrospect to the size of the pot.
Yeah.
Takes it down. Huge one as we have evened it up here. Things are tied up. Tough one there for Danilo. I understand the rationale. Honestly, it's a fun hand that if we were to talk about it, we could probably talk about that one for a while.
Yeah, see, he's like thinking about it. Yeah.
Ooh, this is spicy though. Bruno with a large pre-flop raise to 3.5 big blinds. Don't know what thought process is on this. I mean, we're pretty deep stack, so I guess he's opting to use bigger sizes. Typically, you don't. I mean, if you're gonna raise, that would think unless it was 2.5x. Unless I misread it, it was 170. Yeah, it was 175. So it was a significantly bigger pre-flop raise. He gets out flops.
I love this raise. Find it really good. Yeah, Bruno needs to call here.
Always a sweat though. Bruno picks up the flush outs.
Will Danilo gets his chips back? Yeah.
75% of the time, assuming he doesn't fold, he does get those back. I think Bruno's probably going to bet like 25 to 35% with the plans of checking back river. Yeah, there's what is that, 20-ish%? He's going to bet small because if he has like something really nutted, he wants to apply it. He wants to put some money in. There's a flush on the river. Oh my goodness. Bruno with some heat. He's going to want to get it. Keep control of the hand, as well as Danilo is probably going to usually have like a 5 or a 6 or like 1 diamond hand that's going to check call. You're kind of you're just milking those hands a little bit while also being able to check back river if you're beat. And he goes for a value bet with the 9 of diamonds. Fun.
Wow.
And I think he might get worse to call. I think if you're Danilo, you're trying to think about how low in the diamond scale does he go for value bets. I probably would have said the 10 of diamonds. Mm-hmm. I think the 9 of diamonds is a good one because I don't think Danilo is going to check an ace of diamonds on the turn when he check raises, and he's probably not going to check a king of diamonds. So while it is scary, there's all the higher diamonds. Just another situation where Bruno just really thinks about the realistic ranges that Danilo is going to have there and just goes for the correct value bet. Bruno playing some really great poker. Fun game. Fun heads up. Yeah, these two guys are swanging. Yeah.
They're both like really, I mean, not aggressive, but like they're playing really good. I love it.
Yeah, they're playing poker how you should. When you have value hands, you put money in.
Go for it. Go for it. That's what my coach is saying to me, but like I'm trying to listen to him.
Yeah, the money in poker isn't made with the super sick bluffs and the crazy trying to make people your fault. The money's made by making really precise, exact value bets. That's how you get it done.
Yeah, he'll find a call.
Yeah, finds the call. Should be. I mean, there could be some sort of really wild creative raise here, but yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't. I don't know about it. Yeah. Friendly game. Chop it up. This is where someone knuckle taps the table. You play that garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever made those comments, but I can't say for sure. Yeah, Bruno being a little tricky here, doing something a little bit more unorthodox, and 3.5x opening. It'll be interesting to see how Danilo adjusts because typically people aren't doing that. I mean, maybe I'm a little out of touch with the global pool and what people have been doing heads up, but I do have a pretty decent heads up background, and yeah, I don't see too many people doing it. Don't see too many people talking about it. So I'm curious what's I think pretty much everything Bruno's going to be doing is going to be interesting to see.
Yep. Look at this bet on the turn for the diamond.
Applies pressure. Yeah.
Important.
Huge one.
Really important. Nice. We have our people here, Patrick. We have our people here.
Yeah.
Heads up.
We got and it's a good fight. It's a good battle. I think it might just end up being whoever picks up the bigger cooler.
Exactly. But it's so good because from the beginning we chose our players, and look at it. Amazing to see. And we have the hand with 7-deuce, which I found amazing.
Yeah,
really fun.
It's been an exciting final table thus far, and the excitement is not over yet. Heads up, still playing for an additional $41,000 US, as well as the GGMillions title, GGMillions leaderboard points. All players playing for the cumulative leaderboard.
They are getting the same kickers all the time.
Yeah, it's a bit of kicker troubles here.
Yeah.
I think it was worth noting too with Danilo here with the 10-5 off. This is one of those hands where you kind of find out, how wide people are attacking. It does opt to open. I think, heads up 100 bigs deep. You do have folds. 10-5 off, not a bad hand to start clicking fold with. Still finds the open. And the price of poker has gone up.
Deuces was actually one of my favorite hands when I was starting to play poker,
How big of a pot did you win that made you go, this is my favorite hand? Or like how many hands in a row? Or like, whoa, I flopped the set. Oh, I got aces.
Actually, many hands in a row I won with deuces. Like, I think the biggest pot was like probably maybe 100 NL, I don't know. But I stopped playing that loose with them once I started losing a lot. So yeah, I was like, oh my god, it's my favorite hand. When you have fate in one hand, yeah. I lost Colossus. I lost Colossus now the other day, like 400. Colossus WSOP tournament, deuces versus fours, and so I don't think it's my favorite hand anymore.
It's slowly being phased out. I mean, at least with deuces, a lot of the time when you're deeper stacked, it's simple. And, it's either you flop a deuce or you don't. As we have this hand going down, we have, fourth pair up against a straight. I'd like to remind you guys that we need to get some more likes on this video. We need 150 likes minimum. If you guys are enjoying the content, please click the like button. We need to farm some likes here. Otherwise, you guys don't even want to know that it's... I'm sorry. We'll get 150 likes. I apologize.
Watching us really fine. Snap that, guys. Snap that like button, and let's go. Final table, 2 players left. Really intense battle between my friend and Patrick's guys. So let's go. 3-9 versus 9-5. You see, like, kickers are getting it. Look at this.
Yeah. They each have a piece of each other's hand.
Exactly. Kickers are getting crazy in this one. He finds a check here. Checks back, which is fine. Could he go for a little bet maybe on the river, or he's gonna apply really big pressure here? He's gonna apply pressure.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna probably
as a
just be.
goal.
I think that's a yeah, that is a chop. Always takes me a minute. I gotta count the outs. Make sure I'm reading it right. Count the cards.
7-deuce. Okay, let's go. 7 jack versus 9 5. Okay, again, good score for Bruno.
Yeah, I think.
Easy turn.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably gonna be a bigger flop bet, unless it's like a queen, king, or ace. I don't think Danilo's gonna double barrel turn. I think he would kind of need a backdoor flush draw to be like, all right, I'm gonna start hammering. It could be a situation too where he just goes twice and gives up. Oh my goodness! Spikes the river. Does find the check. Does get rewarded with an 8 on the river. Fun spot here for Bruno. I think if I'm Bruno, I expect him to bet Queen Jack, and I expect him to bet 7-6. So the only one I probably don't expect to have bet is Jack 7.
Yeah, I agree.
And he might be in a tough situation here, because if you're Bruno, you're getting raised on the river. You're thinking, sure, sometimes Jack 7, but then he kind of needs to have these like two pairs that don't bet, which is 9-8. That's basically it, and like maybe some like 8-3 suited, 8-deuce suited, but 8-deuce suited doesn't bet big. So it's like an 8-3 suited doesn't bet big. So if you really think about it, there's not that many hands that get to this river that want a value raise. And there it is. Yeah, I mean, Bruno thinks about it that way. He's right. I think it's right to find the call there. Gets the bad news. Danilo scoops a massive one and reclaims the chip lead.
That's a good raise. Good value raise. Huge one, but he gets it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be really tough, I think. They're both like really good players, aggressive, putting the pressure on, which they should. Have experience on the final tables, and
Yeah, I think the longer this FT goes, the more respect Bruno Volkman should be collecting from everyone, as well as Daniela. Both guys are playing some strong poker.
Yeah, really strong. I'm really competitive, so I like to sweat it off at the end. Like, I might play main event tomorrow. So.
Yeah, you can take some inspiration from these guys. You know, you can one up them though. You can win a lot more than 182,000 here at the World Series of Poker. If you guys have the opportunity to, you know, it is the main event running day 1B today. You can register day 2 if you need to as well. Still can register some of the early levels of day 2. I've done it before. I've registered day 2.
And the GG promotion that they were running, like who registers with GGPoker through GGPoker gets plus 1 million prizes if they win main event.
A lot of added equity. nice free roll from GG.
Yeah. Exactly. Pieces. Okay. Hunter.
Yeah, I mean, Bruno checks back. Probably is going to check back turn. You know, I mean, maybe he doesn't. It could be a spot that maybe you start bluffing, but it's going to be an expensive one where you got to barrel twice, and you still need him to fold some. You need him to fold tens. You need him to fold kings. That probably not going to happen. Does he find a value or a call here? He does.
Nice. Danilo again scoops it up. Okay. Nice one.
Yeah, looking clean. Looking proper there with the gift.
Clean, sleek. He got it. He's confident. You see his confidence with his gifts? Yeah.
Yeah. Boring one here. Pretty easy fold here for Bruno. We're battling it out here. Heads up. 41,000. Lots of excitement. Are you going to be playing any other events other than the main event, or is the main event going to be your last tournament here at the World Series?
Main event is going to be my last tournament, but I'm going to play cash. Play some cash and like here also at Paris. But next year I'm preparing like to play all the tournaments, so it's gonna be definitely interesting. Yeah, I'm preparing like mentally and physically to endure everything. So you?
Yeah, I mean, live tournaments is like, I feel like it's like this weird level of respect where like live guys don't get how online guys do it, and online guys don't get how live guys do it. Where I live is just so much. It does sort of just feel more I mean, online is grueling, but yeah, it's just like two different skill sets where you have to be physically on the whole time when you're playing live. You can't crack, a bad turn card
Exactly.
comes, you can't go, oh, you can't just like tighten up or loosen up. You gotta stay composed the whole time, right? um,
Exactly. That's why I admire poker players. Like I admire them so much. Like it's a lot to endure, but I mean you're enduring it for huge amounts of money. So
mhm. Yeah,
it's
it's
going
always
back.
stressful, always. Some people could say like, oh yeah, I'm composed, this and that. You're still gonna feel. It doesn't matter how good you are. You're still gonna feel a lot of stress when you're playing.
Of course, of course. Yeah, I felt it. My first ever WSOP tournament was the other day, actually, Colossus. I couldn't play the ladies event, but I was like, oh my God, I was so nervous. But once I got to the table, it was just like so familiar. And I love this game. I think it's just like booming now. It's growing so much. So many new people in the poker. The records are setting here off in WSOP. It's amazing to see. Like their record of entries for the main event, amazing. It's just
Yeah,
amazing.
actually,
You can see it over.
I'm curious how many entries did 1A get? I'm gonna quickly check that one out. I'm gonna ask the truck real quick. How many did the 1A collect?
Yeah, last year was like around 8,000 something. This year I think it's gonna be like 9,000. Oh, really nice, interesting flop. Yeah, we have Jack of the Hearts on the turn. Danilo finds a check. I think Bruno is gonna attack now. Yeah, goes with a small bet, which is fine. Danilo is probably gonna call here. Wow, look at this. Look at this river
Both
here.
players counterfeited. This is who's got the bigger heart? Who's gonna pull the trigger here?
Yeah.
Bruno with the large bet, and unfortunately, bad news for Danilo. Bang, big one for Bruno.
We're here with two players left, two final players left.
Oh,
I
this
bet
could be
Danilo.
a fun one. Oh, excuse me. Yeah.
Yeah, Danilo asked me before, like 3 hours, 4 hours ago. He asked me like, "Are you commenting this?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm commenting this." And he said, "What are the odds of you commenting my first ever GG Millions final table?" And I was like, "None, none,
Yeah.
literally."
Probably not betting on it. Ooh, Bruno drilling the straight on the river versus Danila's 8. Think it's just gonna go check. Yeah, check. Bruno picks up that one. I mean,
Again.
Danilo has the lead, but Bruno's not going anywhere. And Bruno still has many chips. A lot of big blinds in play. Lots of time. No rush. Some of the chat goes all in, and then
Yeah, so
his his comment gets complimented with a great comment. Exclamation point. Couldn't agree more. How long is the delay? I think it's around a little over 30 minutes. I think with breaks, probably around 25 minutes now. We keep the action flowing nonstop. So when they take a break, we skip through it. We don't take a break here in the GG Millions coverage.
let's go. the GGMillions. Guys, we're live from Las Vegas, actually, now for Paris and for sure. Here from the GG Platinum Lounge. Oh my god, look at this. Look at this, okay? With the Queen 4 off. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna find a call here. And ace-deuce is like...
Yeah, it's pretty tough to call a pot size bet.
Yeah.
It's a lot of chips.
Daniel is thinking maybe he's gonna pull one of those gifts from Novak Djokovic, like thinking emojis, thinking gifs. Nah, he's too serious now. He's like too much
This
in the
might be
dance.
one. He's not thinking about the jokes and the ha-has. He's thinking,
Yeah.
all right, is this a call or not?
Yeah. Exactly.
Usually I find the longer they think, the more likely they are to click call. You know, the more time you spend. But I am always an advocate, you know, with the chess clocks here on the GG final tables. They don't replenish, but it's so important. It's like how he does find the call, gets the bad news. Bruno with the sick value bet closes the gap here. What I was going to say is you have so much time back, and it's so rare that you end up using it before you're done the tournament. You got to use every second you can. Just make sure you even if it's sometimes like, you know, a lot of hand histories you could be a little bit faster, but some of them, you know, especially the tough ones, the ones that are potentially going to decide your tournament life, take your time, guys. Don't feel rushed. Don't feel like, oh, I'm taking too long. People are going to do what you need to do. Now, I'm not saying you know, tank pre-flop without looking at your whole cards and stuff like that. I'm not advocating for that, but like tough turn spots, really complicated ones, where even almost any regular player is going to understand and not criticize a long tank.
Yeah. Really nice advice, like, because like take your time, take everything. I mean, like he found the call. I find this call like courageous. I mean, like it was like you said. Once people are thinking about the hand, they take time. It's more going towards the call, definitely. Yeah, just like it's kind of logical. So once you take in time, like you're probably gonna call.
Bit of spice here.
Okay.
Was with the pure backdoors. Picks off the backdoor diamond draw. He's gonna bomb turn and probably get this one through. I think it's gonna be probably bets like $1 million. Yeah.
Nice guess.
And then
you made it. Oh, old.
Gets it through. I think when you get to see the hands anyways, I feel like as a streamer, I've always been somebody that's like, they're gonna see it anyways. I'll windmill my bluff or whatever. I'll windmill one card. They can see it. When it's the, you know, stream final table, I mean, there is a bit of an edge to, you know, they're eventually gonna see it. But you know, that 25 minutes that they don't see it, you know, you can capitalize on it. But I still feel like it's fun just to windmill it over, get a little mind games in. It's always tough to say whether or not. I think as well, when you windmill over the 4-deuce, it's kind of just funny. It's not like, wow, he did something super crazy. It's obviously aggressive, but it's, you know, in the world of aggression, it's at least, you know, it's there.
Well said. I think Danilo is gonna call here.
He might find a raise.
Yeah.
But I don't. Yeah, if he raises like 210K. I'm gonna get a little bit more value from a 7. Oh no, he picks a even juicier raise. Picks about a pot size raise. Yeah, that's fair. And yeah, not gonna get Bruno to call his hand. Yeah, versus smaller bet.
Kickers. Again, you see kickers. Okay.
But we haven't been seeing any you know, 3-3 jack flops. You know, we haven't seen the coolers with kicker troubles. Still waiting to see. Have you found your what suits did you have? You had ace 5 offsuit. Which suits? Ace of hearts, 5 of spades.
Yes, exactly.
I don't think we've seen either of our hands yet. Jack of clubs, 7 of spades. I've seen Jack of clubs, 5 of spades. That was earlier in the heads up, and I was like, oh, you know, brownie points.
We didn't see them, but we're gonna see now, probably.
Looks like Daniela's going to be playing a pure 100% of hands range and heads up. You know, typically, if you're playing somebody that's lesser experienced and they don't have as much background and heads up, you're going to want to play 100% of hands. But I think when you play the best, you probably need to start mixing pulls. You know, you're not really, you know, you're not really giving up much when you fold 9-3 off on the button, deep stack, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with Maur from the chat. Always so nice when Egyptian runs the show. He's a really good commentator, I can say that. Really good one. Keeps the energy up, like has so good process, like of the hands. Really, really good. Love it.
And also, I got to remind you guys, we need 150 likes, please. We need 10 more, please. If you haven't already, please click the like button. My boss is right there. He's right there. He's looking at me.
Smash
that. If this stream ends and we don't have 150 likes, I don't even want to begin to think what's going to happen. So please click that like button. If you guys are enjoying the content, let us hear in the chat. We love compliments. Yeah, Bruno with the raise on the flop, or raise pre-flop and bombing the flop. I think on a 3-turn, he's probably still going to continue. Queen 10 off after betting flop is just not going to be ahead of anything. Got to start hammering. 9-7, not going to go anywhere either. Ooh, I think this might be the game. I think Bruno's going to jam. I mean, it's still a tough spot for Danilo. You've got 9-7. But you're up against overpairs. But this could be game here, because I don't think Bruno's going to take... Yeah, he's not taking queen high to showdown. Danilo, board pair, this is still a very, very tough spot.
Guys.
It's not... This could be the tournament, if he finds the call button.
Guys, is this over? Will he find the call here? Oh my god, oh my god. He's like...
He doesn't find the fold. He clicks the call button, and that is it. We have a new GG Millions final table winner. Look at that exciting graphic. I'll let you take it away here.
Amazing. I'm gonna take a picture. Oh my god, amazing. Guys, what is this final table? Danilo Velasquez is the winner here. I cannot believe it. I mean, I believed it from the start. I had the energy for that. And Patrick, you owe me a dinner. We had a bet.
You know, at least it kept it exciting. You know, I had hope. I had 3 of my picks, final 5. I had one of my guy heads up. Bruno played an excellent game. Unfortunately, couldn't get it done. Title goes to Serbia today, and that's going to do it here for the coverage of the GG Millions. Lots more exciting content always coming back at you every Tuesday, 2:30 p.m. EST. We also have exciting GG Millions cash game content coming as well. If you guys pick the 9 of diamonds, if you guys ended up picking the winning hand, cash that ticket. But yeah, that'll do it for us here at the Bailey's, or no, the Horseshoe Resort and Casino here at the WSOP, where you might notice similar background. We're probably the closest the commentators have ever been in the same room with
exactly, yeah.
Without actually
being wave to each other.
That'll do it for us here in the booth. It was an honor, it was a pleasure. Look forward to seeing you guys another time. And that'll do it for us. Take care. Have a good afternoon, evening, wherever you're at. Take care. Peace.
Bye bye.